Hi, my name is Sebastian, and this is my 1985 Volkswagen. Today I want to talk about what it's like to live in such an old vehicle and what you can expect if you were to purchase one of these for your own. These vehicles are known for being extremely unreliable, slow, and an overall pain. And yes, they are all of those things, but we love them and we keep them on the road and we keep choosing to live such an alternative lifestyle. So there's just a few things that I would like to get done on the van today. But first I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee to give myself some motivation to actually work on the van. I know I always say that there's many different vehicles you could get, not just a Vanagon. And a lot of people ask why I live in a Vanagon. Well, this is what this is what I started out in. This is what I love. This is what I like to do, and I'm sticking to it. I'm stubborn. The Vanagon just requires a little bit more maintenance than usual vans, which is completely fine. It's just like anything else in life. If you like it, then you should work towards building it up and treating it well, I guess. So first off, let's talk about 5 of the best things about the Volkswagen Vanagon. So let's get right into it with number 1, versatility. The Vanagon's spacious interior can be configured in so many different ways, with the fold-out bed on the downstairs and the upstairs with the kitchenette. There's so much room in these vans, it is actually shocking. Not to mention the ample storage that these Westphalias have from the factory. It is crazy. It makes it great for road trips or full-time living. Moving on to number 2, and I will say some of these are going to be extremely obvious, especially the last one, but you're going to have to wait and see for that. All right, number 2, and this is my opinion, but I think it's the iconic design. Its distinctive boxy shape, large windows, has a distinctive retro look to it, and it's been loved by enthusiasts and even just like regular people for years now. Number 3, reliability. Okay, maybe not, but the engineering on this is incredible. The engine's in the rear, the transaxle's in the rear, and it has a fully independent suspension all the way around. It's got trailing arms in the rear and your traditional coilovers in the front, giving it really good articulation for this unibody design. And all the weight's in the rear, which means you have all the traction on the rear tires. And you don't even need a synchro. I primarily use this vehicle for dirt roads, but not extreme rock crawling, because it is an old van. And maybe they're not the most reliable vehicles, but if you keep up with the maintenance, they could be pretty dependable. Number 4 has got to be my favorite for obvious reasons. It's customizability. The Vanagon's design allows for extreme customization. So going from DIY stuff, your camper conversions, all the way to those crazy shop
built rock crawlers for the synchro guys. There's so many aftermarket upgrades for these vans, enabling the owner to build it to their own specific taste. Whether it's for the weekend warrior or for the full-time nomad like myself, or if you're just building it for one big trip. If you're gonna take a multi-month trip or a year-long trip, you could customize it, you could change out the interior, you could pretty much do whatever you want. As far as suspension, drivetrain, I built this, I got a TDI motor in this with a built transaxle and a couple inches of lift to tailor it to what I specifically do, which is full-time living in the backcountry in places like this. All right, going to number 5. Number 5 is the vibrant community and culture. So owning one of these vans will connect you to enthusiasts from all around the world, and it's a really tight-knit but vast group of people. The rich culture of not just Vanagon or Westfalia owners, but Volkswagen in general. Anyone that owns a Volkswagen is gonna love your setup and want to talk to you about what you got going on in here. There's so many clubs, events, and the forums, the Samba, has really good information on everything you'll ever want to know about your Vanagon Westfalia, Combi, bay windows, split windows, I don't know. I just type in what I want to know, and if I'm having any issues with the van, the community will help you in some way or another. And you can reach out on Instagram to people if you have questions, if you're having an issue, or if you're just traveling through an area and you want to meet up with other like-minded people. You just reach out, they're stoked about it, you're stoked about it. You go camp out somewhere and have the best time ever. The community is one of the best things about these vans. It's just a whole bunch of people dedicated to Volkswagens. It's awesome. So that's 5 of my positives on the Volkswagen Vanagon. I got a bunch of stuff to do maintenance wise. Enough positivity for today. I gotta work on this thing to keep it on the road. I gotta replace my reverse light switch in the transmission, and one of the battery terminals is a little loose, so I want to replace that as well, and other odds and ends. The other day I replaced my front hubs and rotors and bearings and brake pads, so that was a big job, but we do what we got to do to keep these vehicles on the road, especially for those that are living in them. It's just constant maintenance, like you're living in a house or an older house that you got a really good deal on, and you're just going to be working on it for the next 5 years anyway. So that's kind of like it is with owning an older vehicle, let alone a Volkswagen. It's just constant upkeep and maintenance. It's like your regular maintenance, but times 3,000. But it's totally fine. We do it because we love the vehicle and we like to travel and we like to live a nomadic lifestyle. And with that being said, I'm gonna get to work here, and if you liked this video, please hit that like button. It really helps me out. Hit the subscribe button for more. I post weekly every Sunday, and I'll see you guys next week.